On January 29, 2026, Australia stands at a crossroads, a continent under siege, caught between two relentless forces, fire and flood. The land is gripped by a crisis that is both immediate and overwhelming, a stark reminder of nature's unpredictable power. It's a land of brutal contrasts. In the south and west, record-breaking heat waves have scorched the earth, leaving the ground parched and brittle. Meanwhile, the tropical north is drowning under relentless pounding rain, as monsoonal storms transform roads into rivers and fields into lakes. Cities across the continent swelter under a heavy, oppressive atmosphere. Streets shimmer in the heat, and people seek shelter wherever they can, as the land itself seems to gasp for relief from the unyielding sun. The invisible enemy, extreme heat, sets the stage for a more visible and terrifying threat: fire. As temperatures soar, the risk of ignition grows, and the landscape becomes a tinderbox waiting for a spark. Colossal bushfires erupt across several states, devouring forests and farmland, turning day into an eerie twilight. The sky glows orange, and emergency services are pushed to their absolute limits, fighting to protect lives, homes, and wildlife. Smoke chokes the air for hundreds of kilometers, blanketing towns and cities in a thick, suffocating haze. For many, the sun is just a faint disk behind a veil of ash, a constant reminder of the devastation unfolding. Meanwhile, the north faces a disaster of a different kind. Monsoonal rains have unleashed catastrophic flooding, isolating entire communities. Streets vanish beneath muddy water, and families are forced to seek refuge on rooftops, waiting for rescue as the landscape transforms into a vast, inland sea. One nation, one continent, is being tested by the simultaneous fury of fire and the devastation of flood. The contrast is stark, yet the suffering is shared. The culprit behind this nationwide crisis is a powerful heat dome, a vast, high-pressure system trapping heat and moisture over the continent, amplifying both drought and deluge. Understanding this phenomenon is key to grasping the scale of Australia's challenge. Scientists race to analyze weather patterns, hoping to predict what comes next and how to prepare for a future shaped by extremes. This is a story of survival, science, and the undeniable power of nature. It's also a story of communities coming together, firefighters, scientists, and everyday Australians, united in the face of adversity. In this moment of history, Australia's resilience and unity are being tested like never before. The world watches as a nation stands together, determined to endure, adapt, and rebuild in the face of fire and flood. What is a heat dome? Picture a giant lid trapping heat over Australia. A stubborn high-pressure system presses down, compressing and heating the air below. This lid traps hot air, preventing it from rising and cooling, while the sun adds more energy each day. Warm ocean waters surrounding Australia act like radiators, fueling the heat dome and making it stronger and longer lasting. The result? A relentless bubble of scorching heat, drying out the land and priming it for disaster. Clouds can't form, so the sun beats down day after day. This self-sustaining weather engine locks the region into a dangerously hot, dry state, setting the stage for record temperatures and devastating fires. The numbers are staggering. Australia's interior and west are enduring a heat dome of historic proportions. Marble Bar has seen temperatures soar past 50 degrees C for days, while Perth endures a record streak over 40 degrees C. Nights offer no relief, with temperatures staying above 30 degrees C, and power grids straining under non-stop air conditioning. The heat stretches from the Indian Ocean deep into the continent, affecting millions of square kilometers. Records are being shattered by whole degrees, not fractions, across vast regions. This massive dome of hot air is now fanning the flames of bushfire emergencies in the southeast. The heat dome has turned southeastern Australia into a tinderbox. Mega blazes in Victoria and New South Wales merge, generating their own weather and forcing mass evacuations. Sydney is blanketed in hazardous smoke, while fires in the snowy mountains in South Australia threaten communities and critical infrastructure. Firefighters are stretched thin, battling blazes on dozens of fronts in catastrophic conditions. Fires move with terrifying speed, leaving residents little time to react or escape. January 2026's bushfires are fueled by a perfect storm of extremes. This is not just another bad fire season. It's a convergence of record-breaking heat, relentless drought, and fierce winds, all coming together to create the most dangerous conditions Australia has ever faced. The land, already parched from years of below-average rainfall, is now a tinderbox waiting to ignite. Critically dry vegetation burns hotter and faster than ever before. Even the smallest spark can set off a chain reaction, turning grasslands and forests into raging infernos within minutes. The landscape, once lush and green, is now brittle and brown, unable to resist the flames. Relentless hot, dry winds from the heat dome accelerate the flames, pushing fire fronts forward at unstoppable speeds. These winds not only fan the fires, but also carry embers far ahead, igniting new blazes in unexpected places and making containment nearly impossible. The largest fires create their own weather, pyrocumulonimbus clouds that spark new blazes far ahead. These towering storm clouds generate lightning, fierce winds, and even fire tornadoes, making the situation even more unpredictable and dangerous for everyone on the ground. Sudden wind shifts and dry lightning make firefighting nearly impossible and put crews at constant risk. Firefighters are forced to retreat again and again as the fires change direction without warning, threatening lives and property in their path. The scale is overwhelming. Major fires are burning simultaneously in multiple states, stretching emergency resources to the absolute limit. Fire crews are exhausted, equipment is running low, and the sheer number of blazes makes coordinated response incredibly difficult. Normally, help comes from interstate or overseas, but now every region is fighting its own battle. With so many fires burning at once, there's simply no spare capacity to send reinforcements, leaving local teams to face the crisis alone. Some communities may not get the protection they need. Rural towns and isolated settlements are especially vulnerable, with limited firefighting resources and few escape routes, leaving residents anxious and uncertain about what comes next. The result: a crisis that defies traditional firefighting tactics. Standard strategies are no match for fires of this size and speed, forcing emergency services to adapt on the fly and make impossible choices about where to focus their efforts. Australia faces a fire emergency on a scale rarely seen, with the nation's resilience and unity being tested like never before. The outcome of this disaster will shape communities, landscapes, and lives for years to come. While the south burns, the tropical north is inundated by record monsoonal rains. Over a metre of rain has fallen in parts of far north Queensland, overwhelming rivers and flooding towns. Highways are cut, cities like Cairns are submerged, and remote communities rely on airlifts for survival. The landscape transforms into a vast inland sea. The heat dome in the south blocks the weather, trapping the monsoon over the north and causing days of relentless rain. The result: a continent battling both devastating drought and catastrophic flood at the same time. Australia's vulnerability to climate extremes has never been clearer. In this heat, survival depends on staying cool and hydrated. Drink water regularly, avoid alcohol and caffeine, and use air conditioning or fans if possible. Take cool showers, use wet cloths, and keep your home shaded. Avoid physical activity during the hottest hours, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Check on vulnerable people, the elderly, children, and those with health conditions. Never leave children or pets in cars. Know the signs of heat stress: headache, dizziness, nausea, confusion. Move to a cool place and seek help if symptoms are severe. Your health and your communities must come first. In a bushfire or flood, a clear plan saves lives. For bushfires, leave early. Catastrophic conditions are not survivable. Have a survival plan, emergency kit, and know your evacuation route. Stay informed through official channels, not social media. Understand warning levels and act decisively. Never enter floodwaters. If it's flooded, forget it. Move valuables to higher ground and prepare to evacuate if needed. Conserve supplies if isolated and use your phone sparingly. Call for emergency help if your life is in danger. Prepare, stay aware, and act on official advice. Your safety is paramount. January 2026 will be remembered as a time of profound trial for Australia. The nation found itself at the crossroads of crisis and courage, as relentless heatwaves, bushfires and floods swept across the land. For many, it was a month marked by uncertainty and fear, but also by extraordinary acts of kindness and solidarity. The nation faces fire and flood, but also reveals its greatest strength: community. In the darkest moments, neighbors reached out to one another, offering shelter, food, and comfort. Communities rallied together, forming support networks that stretched from city suburbs to remote rural towns. Volunteer firefighters, SES crews, and neighbors step up, showing resilience and compassion. These everyday heroes work tirelessly, risking their own safety to protect lives and homes. Their courage inspired hope, reminding us that even in chaos, humanity shines brightest. Recovery will be long and difficult, rebuilding homes, businesses, and lives. The scars left behind are deep, but so too is the determination to heal and move forward. Families and friends lean on each other, finding strength in shared experience and mutual support. This crisis is a wake-up call for preparedness and investment in emergency services and climate science. It's a reminder that we must adapt, plan, and invest in the future, so that we are better equipped to face the challenges ahead. Science and community action must go hand in hand. It's a defining moment, a test of resolve and adaptability. How we respond now will shape the Australia of tomorrow. Our choices, our unity, and our willingness to learn will determine our resilience. The path forward means learning hard lessons, strengthening communities, and listening to science. Education, open dialogue, and collaboration are essential as we build a safer, more connected future. Extreme events may become more common, but Australia's greatest resource is looking after each other. In every act of generosity, in every shared meal or comforting word, we see the spirit that will carry us through. In the face of disaster, hope lies in unity and resilience. Together, we can weather any storm, rebuild what's lost, and emerge stronger than before.